you had a fantastic weekend, got rested up, and are ready to do some math now. This whole week, we are going to be working on division of decimals. And so you're going to become absolute pros at it. It actually is pretty easy. So you already know how to divide. We just have to add the decimal point part of it. So away we go on division of decimals for the week. And then the last couple weeks of school, we have a little bit of this and that, like odds and ends concepts that we haven't covered yet. So we'll finish those up, and believe it or not, we'll have completed everything in our math book. Woohoo! All right, so grab your math book. I have mine here. Let's see. We need to turn to lesson 117, and that is on page 767. Page 767. And if you take a look at the title, it says dividing a decimal number by a whole number. So on today's work, all you have to worry about is the number inside the little decimal, the little division sign. That one is going to have the decimal. The one that we're dividing by won't have a decimal. So it's going to be not too hard. You also should have a worksheet that says reteaching 117. That's the one that goes with this lesson, okay? So let me show you how to do this kind of division where one of the numbers has a decimal in it, okay? I'm actually going to do some of the ones that are on your worksheet as the examples so that those get done for you, okay? So I'm going to do number 1. This is from the worksheet, and it is 66 hundredths divided by 3, okay? This is number 1 on the worksheet, 66 hundredths divided by 3. Here's all that you have to remember when your outside number doesn't have a decimal in it. Only this number that you're dividing up has the decimal. You take your decimal point, find it here, and just move it up to the answer line, right up there where you're going to write your answer. And I'm going to draw an arrow so you can see it just goes straight up there, okay? Put that decimal on that line to start with, so you've taken care of it, because you have to have a decimal in your answer. Now, just divide like you always would divide. 3 goes into 0 how many times? Can't do it, so it's a 0. Well, will 3 go into 6? How many times? 2 times. So 2 times 3 is 6. I'm going to subtract, and I have 0. I have one more 6 to bring down, so bring that down. 3 goes into 6 how many times? It's what we just did, 2 times. So I put another 2 up here. 2 times 3 is 6. I subtract, no remainder. So my answer is 22 hundredths, 0.22. That's all there is to it. Do you see how you know where to put the decimal in the answer just by moving it straight up, and then make sure you write your answer up here in the correct place. 3 went into 6, so 2 times, so the 2 goes right over that first 6, okay? All right, there's number 1 on your worksheet. Let's do the second one on your worksheet. It is number 2. All right, it is 1 4/10, 1.4 divided by 7. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, I wrote that kind of crooked. I think you can still see it. First thing I'm going to do is move that decimal up right there onto the line. Will 7 go into 1? Nope, so I put a 0 here. Will 7 go into 14? Oh, it will. Goes in evenly. How many times? 2 times. So I put my 2 here. 2 times 7 is indeed 14. I subtract, and I have nothing left over. Okay? So my answer is 2/10, 0.2. That's the answer to number 2. Okay, I'll do one more with you. Here's number 3. Number 3 on the reteaching worksheet. It is 2 25 hundredths, 2.25 divided by 5. All right, what's the first thing I need to do? Move the decimal up to the answer, right? I'm gonna just go straight up above. There's my decimal point. All right, now I divide just like regular, nothing tricky. 5 goes into 2, no, won't do it, 0 times. 5 goes into 22, ooh, it will go into 22. So 5 goes into 22, how many times? 4 times. Because 4 times 5 is 20. Now make sure, do you see how I put the 4 over that second 2? Because 5 went into 22. You always write the answer over the last number you used, okay? So 4 times 5 is 20. We subtract. We have 2. Now I'm going to bring down that 5. 5 goes into 25 how many times? Ooh, that's an even one. 5 times. So 5 times 5 is 25. Subtract, and I have none left. So there's your answer, 45 hundredths. 2 and 25 hundredths, 2.25 divided by 5 is 45 hundredths, 0.45. Okay? Now, I just did the first 3 problems for you that are on your reteaching worksheet. And so your assignment is to do the other 6 here, okay? And the lesson practice in your book, it's page 769. 769, and you are doing A through M. And then the lesson 117 worksheet. Okay, I just did the first 3 of those. So you have 13 problems in the book and you have 6 more, so you have 19 more problems to go, right? I think that's right. Let's see, 12, 13. Yep, 19 more problems to do in here. That's not bad at all. And just know, none of these have remainders on today's problems. You should have, see how all of ours today ended with 0 remainder? All the ones that are in this assignment end that way. So if you end up with a remainder, go back and look at it. You did something that's not quite right on it, okay? So should be nice, easy division, nothing too tricky. Move that decimal point straight up in the answer and you're all set, okay? Let me know if you have questions. We'll see you later. Bye.